Okay. When we do the decreases, you have two different kinds of decreases. There's one that's called an SSK. That's SSK. It's slip, slip, knit. And the other one is knit two together, which is exactly what it sounds like, knit two together. Right. Now the reason that there's two different ones is because if you look at the mitten, one, the SSK leans towards the left, and the knit two together leans towards the right. So by using the two different decreases, it just looks neater. You could do knit two together on both sides, and it would work just fine, but it just wouldn't look quite as nice.
So the
SSK leans to the SSK is the first one we're going to do because it leans to the left. All right, so I'll show you this, and I'll show you this just, I'm going to do each decrease twice because you do each one at the beginning and end of each side. Now I have it written out in the instructions where you're going to place markers and you're going to do it a certain way, but if you're knitting it like this, you're going to do all of your decreases on the two sides, two edges of each side. How's that? So to do the SSK, for the decrease, the first thing it says is knit one. So I'm going to knit one, and then I'm going to do the SSK. You slip as though you're knitting it. So you do a slip, and then you're knitting these together. So you're going to put the needle like back in, but you see how it's in the back like that? It's backwards. And then you knit it. All right, I'll show you that again. Now I'm going to knit to the other side.
So you're still doing your rounds.
You're still doing your rounds. So I'm knitting to 3 stitches before the edge, or my marker. And now on this side, it's knit 2 together. So I'm just going to take these 2, put my needle in like I'm knitting the 2 of them together, and that's it. That's the easy one, all right?
So isn't it kind of the same thing?
No, because when you do that slip part, you're turning the stitches, and by turning the stitches, that's what makes it lean the different way. All right, so now I'm going to do the other side. So to do the other side now, here we go. I'm knit 1, and then I'm going to slip, slip, and you slip as though you're knitting. And the reason that slip as though you're knitting is important is because that's what twists the stitch, it turns it. Then you're going to knit those 2 together, but they're on this needle. So all I'm doing is taking the left needle and sliding it in the front of those stitches. If you look at this, I'm actually knitting through the back loop. All right? You see how that works? So let me show you again. I slip my stitches, then I take the left needle and I slide it in the front. Then I'm going to take my yarn and put it around and pull it out. That's the SSK. So then I'll knit to the other end of the round. All right, now I've got 3 stitches left to the end of the round. I'm going to knit 2 together. You see, all I'm doing is putting my needle down on the second stitch, knitting them together, and then I knit the last one. All right? So when you do your decreases,